Breaking the Wall to advance youth STEM for climate action. Abdul Karim Sesay, Altruistech Luminary Center, Sierra Leone.
I would like us to do an exercise. It's a breathing exercise. On my count of 3, I want us to breathe in until I ask you to stop. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Breathe in. In again. Now hold it there. Now let's breathe out. Awesome. Now by a raise of hand, how many of us have been encouraged to do something or triggered to take an action for change? So nobody in this room is a change maker except one person. Awesome. Just like you, I have been triggered to take an action for change too. But mine came as a result of the unavailability of practices and measures to reduce our vulnerability to the current and projected impact of climate change in Sierra Leone. As a country located in West Africa, Sierra Leone have 2 weather seasons annually. We have the rainy and dry seasons, and each of them occur for 6 months every year. But for over 70% of Sierra Leoneans, May to October every year is the most traumatic times in our lives. During these 6 months, at least 10,000 people become internally displaced, and over 1.5 million people lose their lives and properties, mainly due to flooding and other climate-related disasters. Since 2017, Sierra Leone have been among the 10% of countries that are most vulnerable to the adverse consequences of climate change. This is because there is a lack of climate adaptation strategy. And these have led to an increased rate in mudslide, flooding, and other disasters relating to climate change. In the last 7 years, over 4 million people, including me, have suffered from one of these disasters. But it is solvable, which is why, together with young students and community members, we are breaking the wall to advance youth STEM for climate action. But you cannot solve what you don't understand, which is why we're using chess and Scrabble games to build community awareness and engagement in disaster management. Remember, we are leveraging the climate adaptation strategy of disaster readiness and emergency response. As I said, our students engage community members in a Scrabble game to identify words relating to climate change and extreme weather, and they then draw a connection between these words. And our chess game simulates disaster management scenarios for community members to understand the importance of each individual's role in disaster readiness. Together after these games, we provide STEM resources to build solutions to the identified climate problems. And together with the partnership from the government and support, we have built Sierra Leone's first environmental safety alert system. This system provides early warnings on floodings and mudslides. And for people without smartphones, these early warnings are communicated through a beaming light system. So far, in 2024 alone, we have worked with 30 students from 4 schools, and most of them represented Sierra Leone at this year's World Robotics Competition in Greece under the theme, Feeding the Future. We have also worked with the government, the Freetown City Council, to digitally track over 400 trees in the Freetown, the Tree Town project. Beautiful people in this room, it is important for us to know that climate change also contributes to mental health. And for people in Sierra Leone, the lack of climate adaptation strategy have left many Sierra Leoneans struggling with post-traumatic stress and disorder, which is why I'm calling on you all to join us in this journey as we embark on breaking the wall of advancing youth STEM for climate action. Thank you very much for your attention.
Do we have a question over here, please?
Congratulations, Abdul. Wonderful project.
Thank you.
Very short questions. Do you do this in schools, or is it over school and other timetables? And how do you plan to scale this to more schools and people?
So we work with schools, and we also work with slum communities. And in scaling it, we are also in partnership with the National Commission for Children. And these organizations already have existing clubs in these different schools. So it is a government organization that is recognized. Our partnership with them gives us access to these schools. Thank you, too.
Another one here.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Can you talk to us a little bit about the aspect of mental health, how you're helping the youth cope with the different strategy or the situations they're facing because they're not able to cope with the climate change. Yeah.
Awesome. So from research, we realized that 70% of Sierra Leoneans are having at least one or more mental health disorder. And the most one of it all is PTSD, post-traumatic stress and disorder. And this comes mainly from the flooding we have every year, the mudslide and all. So in helping people cope with it, our chess game, it's more like a fun platform where they just go, understand what's their problem, and after understanding their problem, we then give them the tools. Okay, this is the problem. Now this is the solution I want to build for. This is the solution I want to build for this my problem. So that's how we engage with them.
Perfect. One quick follow-up. Can you give us a little bit of an idea on the scope of, or rather the number of people that you're engaging with right now and the people that you have to implement these strategies?
So, as I stated earlier, in 2024, we have worked with 30 students from 4 schools. Together with these 30 students, we have built 15 systems for 7 communities, made up of over 1,000 people. And this is how, these are the number of people that we have reached so far.
Thank you.
Thank you, too.
Do we have another question?
One at the back.
Jury? No? Oh, one, yeah, here.
Can you share an example of somebody who has gone through the program and just like the benefit that you've seen take place?
So I didn't include the picture, but a clear example is Daniel. And Daniel is the Sierra Leone robotics team captain, you understand? And he's the picture I showed earlier on. I don't know why it's not working, but okay. Yeah.
You broke it.
Daniel is the national robotics team captain, and he's also a victim of the mudslide, you understand? And through this program, he was able to understand what climate change actually is, and also been able to develop adaptation strategies, not only for him, but also his communities. And this includes some reforestation and afforestation activities that he has been leading. And through his, awesome.
Thank you. Thank you for your questions. Oh, yeah.